Can One Piece break the Netflix anime curse? Welcome back to Nerdist News. I'm Dan Casey, and today we're setting sail for the Grand Line to talk about Netflix's One Piece, the highly anticipated live-action adaptation of Eiichiro Oda's beloved manga and anime series comes to Netflix on August 31st. Netflix released a new trailer for the series in celebration of One Piece Day, the annual celebration of the manga's original publication date of July 22, 1997. Now, for those who don't know, One Piece follows Monkey D. Luffy. He's a young man with dreams of becoming the king of the pirates and finding the legendary treasure known as the One Piece. With his trusty crew, the Straw Hat Pirates, they set sail on their ship, the Going Merry, into a world full of deadly enemies, unlikely allies, and increasingly preposterous fruit-based superpowers. Now, with that said, it's not exactly a state secret to say that Netflix has kind of a spotty track record when it comes to live-action anime adaptations. Some, like the Rurouni Kenshin movies, turned out pretty good. Others, like 2017's Death Note, well, it's legally a movie. As for Netflix's live-action Cowboy Bebop, that was much more divisive. Some folks out there enjoyed it, but I was not one of them. Thankfully, one person doesn't seem to be fazed at all by any of the scrutiny around this show, and that is One Piece creator Eiichiro Oda himself. Oda-sensei shared a letter to fans alongside the release of the new trailer. He wrote about the long 7-year journey to create this live-action series and the numerous scenes the production agreed to reshoot because he felt they weren't good enough to put out into the world. But now the series is in a place where Oda-sensei is thrilled to share it. So, with the creator seal of approval and fan reaction trending positive on the latest trailer, we have to wonder, can One Piece succeed where Cowboy Bebop stumbled? There's certainly a deep love for the source material with tons of details and moments that are straight out of the manga and the anime. We're going to break them down for you in just a moment, but to do so, we have to touch on some light spoilers for the series. So if you're hoping to venture into this golden age of piracy blissfully unaware, well, now's your chance to leave.
Are you with me? Mutiny.
Okay, let's get into it, shall we? The trailer introduces us to all the major players of the Straw Hat crew, including Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, and Sanji. And there are also plenty of iconic villains, subtle details, and scenes that are taken straight from the manga and the anime. The trailer itself begins with an homage to the very first panels of the manga. The mustachioed man in the red jacket being led to the gallows is Gold Roger. He was the previous king of the pirates who inspired a generation of people, including our hero Monkey D. Luffy, to chase their dream of conquering the high seas. Now, for those who don't know, One Piece is named for the crown jewel of Gold Roger's legendary hidden treasure. And don't worry, the One Piece is an actual MacGuffin, not a metaphor. According to the One Piece podcast, Oda-sensei confirmed that he isn't pulling off some Wizard of Oz thing, like the real One Piece being the friends we made along the way. Anyway, the show's commitment to recreating even the tiniest details is pretty admirable, like the mustachioed Roger Pirates emblem on the back of Gold's jacket. You can see other Jolly Rogers in this trailer as well, including Luffy's iconic design that screams graphic design is my passion, at least until Usopp cleans it up later on in the series. As for why they're called the Straw Hat Crew, well, they're named for Luffy's signature headwear. He received it from another pirate named Red-Haired Shanks. Now, in a flashback sequence straight out of the manga and the anime, we get a glimpse of Shanks himself. Appearing in the very first moments of the series, Shanks was the man that inspired Luffy to become a pirate and lent him not just a helping hand, but a helping arm as well. And speaking of which, we get a peek at the massive sea monster involved in that particular incident, the Lord of the Coast. Now, while pirates inevitably clash with other pirates on this show, they also have to worry about the world government and their elite marines. This fighting force is used to police the high seas. They're the ones in blue and white, seen sentencing Gold Roger to death. Now, this global regime is also responsible for some of the obscene bounties placed on pirates hinted at by the trailer's end, but more on that in just a moment. Now, another fun bit is Luffy's ill-fated attempt to recruit a bird to join his crew. This isn't just any bird, though. This is a news coup, one of a fleet or a flock of birds that deliver newspapers all over the world of One Piece. So fingers crossed that means we'll get to see Morgans as well. At one point, Zoro remarks that the crew's been making enemies everywhere they go. We see Alvida and her crew boarding another ship, and the nightmarish cabaret of circus freaks belonging to Buggy the Clown, who, much like Luffy, can contort his body in some unexpected ways. Now, you may be asking yourself, why is Luffy so stretchy? Well, that brings us to another key element of the show, devil fruits. In the world of One Piece, there are mysterious fruits that confer superhuman abilities to those that eat them. Luffy ate one called the Gum Gum fruit, which basically turns his body into rubber. Now, much like Luffy's uncanny stretchiness, Buggy also consumed a devil fruit. The one he ate is known as the Chop Chop fruit. It lets him dismember his body parts and control them telekinetically.
Chop chop! Cannon!
But beyond things like magical murder clowns, they have more regular threats to contend with, because let's face it folks, oceans are now battlefields, and they have to deal with a constant barrage of cannonballs. One person firing said cannonballs is Vice Admiral Garp, who we glimpse at the outset of the trailer. We can also see his signature ship with its bulldog figurehead firing at our heroes. But Vice Admiral Garp isn't the only Marine they'll have to deal with. We also get a glimpse of Axe Hand Morgan squaring off with Luffy. This takes place during the prison break sequences where Luffy and company try to rescue Zoro from Marine custody. Next up, given the appearance of the giant floating restaurant Baratier, some fans might expect Luffy to square off with Don Krieg. While we don't see that particular pirate in this trailer, he's reportedly being played by Resident Evil star Milton Shore. However, for this season it seems like another villain's going to cause a ruckus at this buoyant bistro. Folks, I'm talking about Arlong the Ferocious Fishman.
I'll do you the kindness of killing you all together.
Case in point, we see Arlong Park, the home base of the Arlong Pirates, led by, you guessed it, Arlong. This means we could be getting some flashbacks to Nami's past as well, especially given the grave which reads Belle Mare, who was Nami's adoptive mother. Now, another troublemaker that shows up at what appears to be Baratier is Dracul Mihawk, known as the strongest swordsman in the world. He's definitely going to run afoul of our heroes, and especially Zoro, because, folks, he's not carrying 3 swords just to look cool, even though it looks really cool. He knows how to use them. And last but not least, we see Luffy looking at a marine bounty board alongside the pink-haired Kobe. First introduced in the Romance Dawn arc, Kobe was working against his will for Alvida and her crew until Luffy rescued him with a well-timed punch. These two became fast friends, and this scene likely takes place during Luffy's earliest attempts to build a pirate crew.
Where's my face?
Now, while Alvida's prominently placed on the bounty board here, there are a couple other familiar faces from the manga and anime. You can spot the pirate Prince Cavendish, the slow-mo inducing Foxy, and that bouncy bastard Bellamy. Now, they probably all won't appear in the first 8 episodes, but they're nice Easter eggs for fans nonetheless. As for what other secrets this series may hold, well, we'll just have to wait and find out. Anyway, folks, there you have it. That's everything you need to know about One Piece and the latest trailer before it comes to Netflix next month. We'll keep you up to date over on Nerdist, but in the meantime, tell us, what do you think? Do you think that One Piece can break Netflix's anime curse? And did you spot anything that we missed?
Where's my face?
Let us know in the comments below, and for the latest and greatest in the world of pop culture, make sure you stay tuned to Nerdist.com.